Hello and welcome to another video. This will be another Liv, aka Sophia reaction. Um, this one is called My Story Animated. I had to choose between my brother or my BF. Says, alright. So she is watching another channel here. Is MSA, previously My Story Animated. So we were going to get into this reaction, and this one is almost 14 minutes long, so let's get into it, shall we?
Welcome back. Today we're going to be reacting to the videos.
The reaction of a reaction. I don't normally do this, but yeah, I'm going to react to this one.
I had to choose between my brother or my boyfriend. So let's see this video. Also, before I forget, to make sure to like and subscribe.
Hi, I'm Carrie. I found the love of my life in high school, but I ripped his heart to pieces. So I guess I'm the bad guy in the story. But
that's kind of just rude-ish, just to be a little bit honest.
before I continue, please like and subscribe. Ever since
Orated, buddy. 10 steps ahead of you.
I was a kid, I dreamed of falling in love, just like my parents. My dad was
That's a little bit concerning.
a firefighter, and he saved my mom's life. It was love at first sight.
Yeah, I get the concern, Sophia, but yeah, some girls out there are like that. Probably not you, probably not anybody in our group, but I mean, when I was in middle school, I've seen girls that kind of acted like that, so I'm not too surprised about that being in this whole story here. But in any means, let's continue.
And they were married, and they had my big brother Leo, and 10 years later, I was born. I had the perfect family, but when I turned 6, things took a turn. My parents weren't getting along anymore, and every time they were in the same room, they'd start shouting at each other. Once I wanted to cheer them up, so I...
What the fuck? Are they saying pineapple on pizza? Because it doesn't belong.
I tried to make dinner, but the stove...
Sorry for anyone who agrees that pineapple does belong on pizza, but I have to go be on Sophia's side here. I like pineapple. It's like I'm not like I don't get a sour taste in my mouth if I were to have hot sauce or onions. But I agree with Sophia. Pineapple should be on pizza. When it comes to pizza, I prefer just pepperoni and mushrooms. Nothing else really.
Hot fire.
Maybe because you put a fucking book in it?
You were supposed to be watching her. I was busy. Where were you? They argued.
It's called compromise. You need to talk to each other, or else your child's gonna get, like, traumatized. God.
So loud,
Exactly.
I could barely sleep. But Leo was always there to make me feel better.
At least you have a good brother. That's always good. At least people have, like, brothers and all that stuff, like sisters, too. Because, like, some parents are mean, but the siblings are nice to them. Yeah.
Hide out in the basement to play games, and he'd read me bedtime stories. I loved the romantic ones the best. Leo even dressed up like a clown and danced around the room. And
That's how you know he's a good brother.
almost peed my pants laughing. A few months later, Mom left us. We were really sad she was gone, but Leo always cheered us up with his jokes and silly impressions. He even encouraged me to start writing. When I wasn't writing love stories, I helped him write jokes. After a while, Leo had his own stand-up comedy routine. But when I was 12, I came home from school one day, and Leo told me the worst news. My dad had an accident, and he'd fallen...
Getting pineapple pizza. Man crashed car getting pineapple pizza.
Oh my god.
First of all, who would get pineapple pizza?
Yeah, probably because of the pineapple pizza. Blame it on the pineapple pizza. Oh my god.
went into a coma. My whole world turned upside down in that instant. Then, Leo moved back home to take care of me. He quit comedy and got an office job to pay the bills. You can't do this. What about your tour? You need me, Carrie. Family comes first. I felt so guilty that Leo had to...
Family does come first before anything. Even a job. Family comes first before anything, and I mean anything.
Give up his dream because of me. When I got to high school, I was determined to get into a good university on scholarship, so Leo didn't have to worry about me and could pursue his career again. I focused on my studies and kept turning down my friends' offers to hang out, and soon they stopped asking. It was for the best because it meant less distractions. Plus, I felt guilty having fun while Leo was sacrificing so much to take care of me. But then, this new boy Andy joined our class in 11th grade, and he was always flirting and trying to get my attention. I didn't respond at first, but he was so sweet and funny, and eventually, I gave in. And soon enough, we started dating. Andy was very understanding of my situation and always gave me my space to study. He even encouraged me to start writing love stories again. But even though Leo and I were so close, I was reluctant to share this latest development. Since our parents' divorce, Leo had been so cynical about love. He hated Valentine's Day and watching rom-coms, and he would go around quoting divorce stats all the time. But then one day after school, Leo came home early from work and caught me and Andy kissing on the porch. Hey, get away from my sister, you creep. Calm down, Leo. This is Andy. He's my boyfriend. But Leo shoved Andy out of the way, then dragged me inside.
Since when do you have a boyfriend? You're too young, and that boy is trouble.
Leo, I'm 16, and you don't even know him.
I'm sure he's just like every other boy on the planet. He'll pretend to like you, then he'll break your heart. I'm just trying to protect you.
You're
God, that's not every single person, but fair enough point.
not like that. Not all boys are. Come on, give him a chance. Just hang out with him once. I'm sure you'll love him. After a lot of pleading, Leo reluctantly agreed, and
He's basically just actually not even kidding. He's acting like a dad, not a brother.
Andy suggested that the three of us could have dinner together. That turned out to be a pretty awkward evening because Leo either interrogated Andy like an army sergeant or silently glared at him. At the end of the meal, Leo paid the bill, and as we were leaving, he spotted Andy slipping in some extra tip.
Oh, so you think I'm cheap, huh? You think I didn't tip enough? No, it was fine. I just wanted to tip a bit more. $100? Wow. So I pay for the whole dinner, but you come off as the hero and make me look like a cheapskate in front of my sister by tipping like a prince? Well, not all of us
Wow.
grew up with a silver spoon in our mouths. Look, you've got the wrong idea. But Leo didn't listen, and he was pissed. Ugh, why did Andy have to do that? After that, Leo and Andy just couldn't get along. Whenever they were in the same room, there was always so much tension. Like on my 16th birthday, Andy got me a Princess Anna costume complete with a tiara he'd made himself because I'd once said jokingly that I wished I was young enough to dress up as her.
Yeah, that's a gift you give a 5-year-old girl. And look who's cheap now. Has your dad gone bankrupt?
I know it's not an expensive gift, but I thought Carrie would find it amusing. Yeah, I do. It's fun.
Please, Carrie, go change into something nice and wear this gold pendant I got for you. See? It has semi-precious emeralds to match your beautiful eyes. It cost me a month's salary, but you're precious to me, and it's totally worth it.
OMG, you're the sweetest brother, Leo. As he put
I think he's just bragging just a little bit.
the necklace on me, he accidentally knocked Andy's tiara off my head, and it broke into pieces. Andy turned around to leave, and I raced after him. Please, don't be angry. It was an accident, and I do think the costume was funny.
Nah, it was a stupid idea. I'm late for something, Carrie. I gotta go.
A few weeks later, I invited Leo to one of Andy's baseball matches. Andy was the captain of his team, and I was sure Leo would be impressed by his performance. The game was really close, but Andy's team...
Cashback is
What?
God.
double
No one
cashback
cares.
is
No one
even
cares.
better.
No one cares. No one cares.
Discover matches
Okay.
all the cashback you earned at the end of your first year, which is cashback at its best.
Yeah.
Ads can get really irritating on YouTube, that's for sure. I mean, if we go back through my other reactions too, you'll see that I keep having to skip ads. It's one Larry's Lounge, not Larry's Lounge, Psycho Dad video I was reacting to. Like 5-6 ads popped up in that reaction alone. I mean, they can get a little ridiculous sometimes.
I can. What's that? I'm gonna show them.
Say hello to summer savings at
My
Michael's.
God.
Celebrate with 50% off thousands of items. Create your summer retreat with 50% off floral and decor. Save on kids' crafts to fill their days with fun. And find everything you need for summer to remember. Shop now, sale ends June 8th.
Lost. Wow, that was painful to watch. And who's the idiot that made you captain? You clearly suck.
Man, why are you
That's rude. That's just plain rude, man.
Such a jerk. I call it like I see it, dude. You know what? You should be the mascot. That way, you don't have to show your ugly face on the field. You don't have
Okay, that's just no.
to disrespect
Yeah.
me in front of my team.
The brother
Yeah,
character
I
in
do.
this
You're a
story is
loser.
the best.
Someone
I'm
has
just
to
gonna
let
say
you
that.
know.
He was good
Andy's
in the
eyes started
beginning, but
twitching, and I
Now you're sounding like a bully, not like a brother.
almost thought he punched Leo, but he turned abruptly and headed to the locker room. Hey, Andy, you don't have to take Leo so seriously. He was only joking.
He's not joking. He hates me, and he
just, yeah.
Treats me like garbage, and what's worse is that you don't even see it and won't do anything about it. What do you want me to do? He's my older brother. You just have to get used to him. No, actually, I don't. I think I need a break. Andy and I stopped seeing each other after that. It was a no-brainer for me if it came to choosing between my brother and my boyfriend, but it still hurt a lot. A few weeks later,
Wow.
I started feeling really sick and had to be taken to the hospital, and it turned out that I needed a new kidney as soon as possible. Leo volunteered to give me one of his, and he turned out to be a perfect match. The surgery was successful, and I started feeling much better. Leo, you're my hero. You know I'd do anything for you, Carrie. Andy, what are you doing here? You weren't coming to school, and the teacher said you were unwell. I was just so worried about you. It felt like torture not being able to see you every day, and I don't want to be apart any longer, Carrie. I've missed you so much. I've missed you too. Sometime later, we both jumped up as some police officers burst into my room, and they tackled Andy and put him in handcuffs. He's my sister's psycho ex who just can't accept their breakup and won't leave her alone. Take him away. What? The police started walking Andy out the door, so I threw myself in front of them and managed to convince them that Andy and I had just gotten back together, and he wasn't a stalker. The police released Andy, but they were really annoyed with Leo. They scolded him for filing a false report, but Leo just wouldn't let it go.
She's afraid of him, and that's why she's covering up for him. Do your jobs, you morons, and arrest him.
The police hauled Leo off to jail for the night for being a nuisance, and he missed a huge meeting at work, and the next morning, he was fired from his job, and I felt horrible. Leo had to take a new job that paid less and made him miserable, and he didn't talk to me for days. Leo, I wish you hadn't overreacted that night, and none of this would have happened.
I was only looking out for you, Carrie. You told me you guys had broken up, so I thought he was pestering you and I'd teach him a lesson. Now I'm paying the price for wanting to protect you.
I'm really sorry.
You're not the one who needs to apologize.
Maybe if Andy apologized to him, everything would be all right. Look, the situation with you and Leo is really bad. You have to apologize if you want to fix this.
But I didn't do anything wrong. Look, I'm sorry Leo lost his job, but that's not my fault. He acted like a total maniac, Carrie. You were there.
But Leo...
I wouldn't say that about her brother. I feel like I would just punch him in the face at that point. So, yeah.
Leo doesn't see it that way. Unless you tell him you were wrong to sneak into my room and beg for his forgiveness, we can't be together.
That's not fair, Carrie. Come on. We love each other.
And Leo loves me more than anybody. Sure, he can be difficult, but he's always been there for me. Leo comes before everyone else. Andy resisted the idea, but eventually he caved and said he'd do it.
What's he doing here?
Andy's here to apologize to you.
Oh, it's about time. But my forgiveness won't come so easily, jerk. Why don't you go down on your knees and tell me how sorry you really are?
Leo, please don't.
If he really loves you, surely he can do this.
Brother
I mean,
Custer
I gave up a
I
kidney
would
for you,
never act
not
like
asking
this.
him to do
Come
much.
on.
Andy turned to me with tears in his eyes.
I'm sorry, Carrie. I do love you, but I can't do this.
Andy and I broke up for good after that. We graduated from high school, and Andy went off to a fancy university in another city. I went to a local community college so I could stay close to Dad and Leo. But as I grew older, I started to notice that Leo wasn't as perfect as I thought. Anytime things didn't work out in his life, he'd blame it on someone else.
Of course, I didn't get the job. They're all idiots.
But you showed up 20 minutes late to the interview, Leo. Leo started resenting successful people. He even got jealous when I sold my first romance novel to a big book publisher.
What kind of losers would read this junk?
For years, I'd been putting my brother on a pedestal and ignoring his flaws. He'd been like a dad to me, and I wanted him to be perfect, but he wasn't. And as my writing career picked up, he was getting worse. Leo quit his job and started partying all the time. He constantly left the house a mess and criticized everything I did. And whenever I brought a boy over, he always said something to push them away.
Jeez, I've never met someone so stupid. You have the IQ of an ant. You're really ugly. Does it run in the family?
After a while, I'd had enough. What is wrong with you?
I'm perfectly fine. Yo, can I borrow $400?
I can't stand this anymore. You used to be a really nice guy, and now you're terrible. You're selfish, rude, lazy, and all you ever do is complain and blame everyone else for your problems.
I'm selfish. I sacrificed everything to take care of you. If my life hasn't worked out the way I wanted, it's your fault. And the success you're enjoying now is all because of everything I did for you. You should be thanking me. You'd be nothing without me.
I'm grateful for what you did and always will be, but I'm not going to keep feeling guilty for the rest of my life. I can take care of myself now. You're free. I left my home the next day and moved into my own apartment. The time away from Leo gave me a chance to to focus on myself. I started a few new hobbies. I traveled, and I even sold 3 more best-selling novels. Leo eventually apologized in his own unique way.
Lately, I've had the chance to think about a lot of things, and I've been a supersized jerk. I guess at some point, I started to resent giving up on my dreams and having so many responsibilities. Andy was rich, and I felt inferior to him, and I hated him for having things easy. And then I started resenting your success too. What kind of big brother am I? You're better off without me.
You're the only family I have, Leo, and I'll always need you in my life. Leo even convinced me to reach out to Andy. I met Andy at a cafe in New York City. I was so nervous, but the moment I saw Andy's face, all my old feelings for him came rushing back.
Carrie, it's so good to see you. I've really missed you. I've never felt the same way about anyone else, and
Andy, let me speak first. I am so sorry. I was wrong, and I never should have asked you to apologize to my brother. I shouldn't have broken up with you, and I've regretted it ever since.
Maybe, if it's not too late, we can start over.
I'd really like that. Then I pulled Andy close and kissed him.
I love that. It's great. I love it, but I like it, but there's some things that should be a little bit changed and all that stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
That was an interesting video. The channel that Sophia was reacting to, I think I'll check that channel out soon and maybe even do reactions to that channel as well. Sophia's going to react to these videos, and Sophia, if you watch all the way through this reaction to the part where I'm talking here, I encourage you to react to more of these little animated stories, because that was an interesting video. So, and I may start reacting to that myself soon. I'm not going to react to every single video like I do with the other channels, but if I see an interesting enough topic, I probably will react to that. So, but yeah, that was a good video. So, I enjoyed reacting to that. But anyways, that's the end of this video. Stay tuned for the next one. I'll do Larry's Lounge next, Psycho Dad, and Half Mal. Although after the Larry's Lounge reaction, I will be doing a McJuggerNugget short. So to recap, after this reaction is uploaded, you will see Larry's Lounge, McJuggerNugget short, Psycho Dad, Half Mal. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Stay tuned for the next one.